Greetings, brave traveler. As always, I hope you're having a frickin-tastic day. I am finally back on track for producing content, and I'm excited to get it all out to you, starting with a video on leveling tips for Shadow Priests. And don't worry, for those of you who have subscribed to my channel for Shaman content or other guide videos, there will be plenty coming in the near future. There are quite a few of you who have no life like myself to get to 80, and for those of you who have done this video clearly isn't for you. But for the remaining people who have a healthier work-life balance, I wanted to get this out to you to help you reach 80 efficiently in the little time you do have to play. This also comes with an exception. Play the game however you want to play. If you're not in a rush, looking to make leveling as efficient as possible, and really just want to chill and have fun for your grind through Northrend, take some of what I say and maybe leave the rest behind. But without further ado, let's get right into it. I want to start by discussing the strengths and weaknesses of Shadow Priest leveling. If you're looking to dungeon grind, I would genuinely recommend just going Healy Priest for this. Without Mindseer, which you get at level 75, it's tough to bring your A game in groups. While multi-dotting is a thing, most classes have upfront cleave that will just leave you manaless and low on the charts before you get all of your dots up and start rolling. So I would consider dungeon grinding an extreme weakness of Shadow Priest. You do, however, excel at chain pulling mobs in the open world and surviving big elites. So let's focus on that strength and make it as strong as possible. Let's start with talents, stat priority, and glyphs. This is the talent build I would recommend for leveling, as it gives you the most sustain and raw DPS output. This will be your talent set at level 70, but from here I'd recommend going 2 points in improved power word fortitude, 3 points into meditation, 1 point into inner focus, and swap back over to shadow for 4 points in improved mind blast. It's crucial to have the improved vampiric embrace talent, as the healing you receive from this is extremely valuable for soloing big elites or keeping your grind moving forward efficiently. Which leads me to your leveling stat priority. Spell power, spirit, then crit is greater than or equal to haste. While haste is generally one of our top stats for DPS in dungeons or raids, spirit gives us massive value in mana regen for sustained pulling and bonus spell power. Spell power is vital to having enough sustain to never coming close to death when facing strong mobs in the open world. It also allows you to kill things with 2 dots and consistently pull large packs while doing so. Crit and haste are relatively close in this regard, but each point of crit early will be slightly better for this 2-dot pull and go playstyle. And for glyphs, I would recommend the Glyph of Mindflay for the 10% extra damage. This is most important for elite pulls. Next would be Glyph of Dispersion, if and when it's available on your server. This is a massive boon for leveling. It's not up on my server yet, but it is a crucial glyph while leveling if you can get your hands on it. If you can't get Glyph of Dispersion, I would recommend the Glyph of Shadow Word Pain, as it will help substitute some of the mana regen that you are now not getting without Glyph of Dispersion. As per minor glyphs, get what you want, but the only vital one is Glyph of Levitate. This reduces the inventory space usage of light feathers, plus you don't want to forget that you ran out like I did. Oh god, I'm out of levitating thingies. No! I told you I was gonna fall. I was gonna die to fall, Max. What did I say? I will not die to anything else. I will die to fall. Tip 2, using buffs and consumables. While your buffs being up are a no-brainer, keep a close eye on your inner fire. It's more mana efficient to cast a new inner fire every 32 stacks than it is to cast a power word shield on cooldown for non-elite mobs. I recommend paying close attention to your inner fire uptime, as it gives you a large spell power buff and massively reduces the damage you take from enemies. If you find yourself unable to track it on your UI, I would highly recommend a weak aura to do so. I will post a weak aura pack I like in the description down below, and while buffs are crucial, I will also highly recommend stocking consumables. I recommend Blackened Basilisk, Flask of Pure Death, and Superior Wizard Oil for a ton of extra spell power. You can use elixirs, and while they are weaker and fall off on death, you may get a bunch of them from your Northrend survival kits. I also highly recommend the use of mana potions. I'll let you choose which ones to use between Wrath or TBC, but the more mana they give you, the longer you last. Downtime is a killer, so not having to stop and drink is the goal. Tip 3 is cooldowns. Using your cooldowns effectively goes a long way to having a healthy speed while leveling. And by effectively, I mean constantly. Pulling large packs with Shadow Fiend pumping you full of mana is the best way to knock out a kill or loot quest ASAP. You can do the same thing with Dispersion. However, remember Dispersion can be used while doing other things. You can mount while dispersing or mount and then disperse. So if you finish a quest and you are mounting up to go to the next one, Press Dispersion to recover your mana on the way, which leads us into tip 4, multitasking. We are a dot heavy class. This means we have the option of slow killing things while completing other tasks for our quests. Loot quests can be done while things are slow deathing around you. If you find that you can't get the loot in, fear what you can and keep trying until you get the item. It's less mana efficient to cast another spell on them to kill them faster than it is to just let them slow death and snag the loot quest item. Tip 5 would be training ranks. It's important to map out what levels are best for training, as this will reduce the downtime you have dramatically while questing. Don't go to the trainer every level, it's not necessary. The levels I would recommend for a Shadow Priest is level 71 for the Inner Fire with spell power, 75 for Mindseer and a large number of rank ups for your core abilities. While Mindseer isn't necessarily that great for the open world, it's a really cool, momentous occasion to get Mindseer. And then of course, 80 when you get all of your highest ranks for abilities. Doing it more often than that is unnecessary downtime, which we want to avoid, of course. Tip 6, efficiency. I've harped several times on efficiency, and while I was streaming my grind at twitch.tv/darkesttv, which, since I mentioned it, come stop by and say hi sometime. I was doing this while having fun and joking around with chat, which of course made me less efficient, but the biggest boon I had to efficiency was when I picked up the Rested XP guide. I thought about it before the grind started just to make my life easier, but I didn't do it and I regretted it quickly. Watching others speed leveling while I was falling behind was cool and all, but like, I wanted to be at 80 quicker. So I shelled out the $25 to get the 70 to 80 Horde guide, and it made my life so much easier. With an arrow that points you to the next checkpoint, clear instructions on what to do for each quest, an auto turn in and accept feature, great utilization of your Hearthstone, and even cool things like logout bugs that teleport you to graveyards near your next quest. This add-on saves so much time, and as this video is targeted to those who want to make the most out of your time to level, I highly recommend it. For the sake of full disclosure, if you use my link below in the description, I do get a small compensation for it, so it will also go to help support the channel. But if you don't want to spend the money, I completely understand. Just know it makes your grind much quicker. If you found this video helpful or useful in any way, please leave a like on the video. It lets me know that I'm on the right track with my new content and helps YouTube know that I'm a content creator worthy of love and attention. Give me all the love and attention. And if you have any questions or video suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. And just know that no matter how you decide to level, remember to enjoy yourself. Wrath of the Lich King is such a great expansion, and I don't want to see anyone burn themselves out or not feel satisfied to play one of the best versions of WoW to ever exist. Thank you for watching, and until next time, farewell.